Hey guys, big news just dropped about The Witcher 4. CD Projekt Red just held an investor meeting and we finally have some major updates on the game's development. From the release window to the number of developers working on it compared to The Witcher Remake and Projekt Orion, there's a lot to break down. Stick around as I recap everything you need to know, so let's get into it. Jumping into the biggest news, the CFO of CD Projekt Red addressed some questions regarding the game's release date during the fiscal earnings report, and he stated that CDPR does not plan to launch The Witcher 4 by the end of 2026. This confirms that it will not fall within the time frame of the company's first target for its incentive program, which concludes on December 31st, 2026. With that, this news effectively pushes the release window to 2027 onward. Now, if you've been following The Witcher 4 and all the happenings at CD Projekt Red, this should come as no surprise. Let's be honest, when we saw the reveal trailer for The Witcher 4, we didn't expect it to be happening until probably 2027. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get it until 2028. But either way, the confirmation of a post-2026 launch led to a drop in CDPR stock by about 10%, and there was a mixed reception among fans. Some people are really upset that CDPR is not releasing The Witcher 4 until after 2026, which is understandable, but, let them cook. Give them enough time to make a good game, and they will. Now, CDPR then confirmed that The Witcher 4 has entered the most intensive phase of development and is now in full production, with 58% of the studio's workforce, around 411 developers, all dedicated to The Witcher 4. We also got confirmation that the team currently developing The Witcher Remake is also working on The Witcher 4. They'll be working on it until the Unreal Engine 5 version that CDPR has been using is ready for them to take on the project. It was confirmed that The Witcher 1 Remake remains in the early concept stages. Then, the sequel to Cyberpunk Projekt Orion will be entering pre-production very soon, which is really exciting news. But that's not where the news ends, because in the investor call there was a Q&A section where they revealed even more details. So let's get into it. Jumping right into the Q&A, the first question was asked, you said near the end that you don't expect The Witcher 4 to be released by the end of 2026. Given that you already know that now, can we have any confidence that it will land in 2027? To which CDPR responded, we are not going to announce the precise launch date for the game yet. All we can share for now to give more visibility to investors is that the game will not be launched within the time frame of the first target for the incentive program, which ends December 31st, 2026. They then asked a follow-up question, does the slight reorganization of your project teams around Sirius, The Witcher Remake, and The Witcher 4 affect the timing of those three projects? To which CDPR responded, no, there are no connections, or there is nothing that we can imagine Sirius influencing on The Witcher 4. Both projects run independently. Sirius is mostly developed in North America on its own, and we believe the changes will bring more efficiency and more alignment to the Sirius team with the prior procedures, systems, and game development, the way we develop games. The Witcher 4 is developed fully in Poland, and the two teams are not crossing in any significant way. Now this brings us to another question from someone named Christoph Kott from STA. He asked, in your opinion, how big is the chance that GTA 6 will raise the standard price of AAA games? To which CDPR responded, it will be an opinion because we have no intimate knowledge of that. The opinion is that we are going to find out soon what's going to happen. There is a likelihood, for sure. It's been indicated on a few calls, but it's pure speculation, to be honest. Our stance is if the standard price changes for the market, it will work toward our benefit for sure. That's where we sit. Another investor asked, in order to deliver your 2022 to 2026 incentive program target, you'll still need to generate around $1 billion net profits in 2025 and 2026, which seems extremely difficult without any new projects. Could you shed some light on new projects that may help you achieve these goals? CDPR then answered, the incentive program targets are for 2023 to 2026, so a small correction in dates. But yes, that's true. We still need to deliver slightly above 1 billion in Polish currency. What I can say is that our business success is based on the longevity of our products, active franchise flywheel management, and releases of new content. We expect to be active in all of the mentioned areas within the remains of this time frame. That sparks my curiosity. How do they plan on increasing the longevity of some of their games? Like what kind of new content could they be releasing? I can't wait to find out. Now, the next question that was asked, now that you've entered full production for The Witcher 4, are you able to size the total development cost you expect for the game? CDPR responded, in terms of headcount, we believe the headcount is at the target size for now. It may obviously fluctuate over time, but in general, we are where we should be. In terms of future costs, especially those related to later development stages like localization or QA, those will get more intense closer to the end of development. Obviously, things will change, but the general rule we follow is that we do not guide on future budgets. Next up, someone asked a question. Can we ask for an update on the progress of the animation and live-action projects? CDPR responded, "We have no specifics to be shared. I would only say that these are two separate processes. When it comes to animation, we've seen some teases in the last year, so naturally I would expect more information coming sooner on the animation side rather than the live-action side. Other than that, we really have nothing new to share today." We then got a follow-up question. What percentage of investment expenditures are animation, live-action projects, and unannounced projects? CDPR answered, "Most of the investment expenditures on development projects come from the major products we are involved in, which is The Witcher 4 and Projekt Orion. The other projects are much smaller than the main flagship titles we work on." Then we got a question regarding the whole new Witcher trilogy, where someone asked, "You have probably already had some experience with the production of the new Witcher. Based on this work and observations of the entire development process so far, also taking into account the use of Unreal Engine, do you think it is possible to release the entire trilogy in a 6-year window?" Like, what kind of question is that? First of all, 6 years to release an entire trilogy. Does this dude even play games? But CDPR responded, "At this moment in time, we see nothing that would prove this goal to be impossible." Boy, oh boy, was that a PR answer. They continued, "Our experience of working with Unreal Engine 5 has been actually pretty good. We are progressing as planned. Any hiccups that we encounter, we are able to straighten out ourselves, and sometimes with support from the Epic team, so nothing changes in terms of our outlook on the frequency of releases in the new Witcher trilogy." And the final relevant question during the Q&A section was, "Do you plan any meaningful licensing deals in 2025, like the one you signed in 2024 with Sony or The Witcher 3? CDPR then responded, "So long story short, we may consider that, but that is not confirmation that we're doing something like that this year specifically. One thing I can definitely state is that we're not fans of including our titles in subscription services of any kind for launch. However, for a back catalog, if it makes sense business-wise and time-wise from the franchise perspective, we can consider that. But there's no confirmation for 2025, 2026, or any other year coming from me right now." So yeah, overall, it sounds like business as usual in terms of what CDPR has been up to, which is exciting. Obviously, there are currently 411 developers working on The Witcher 4, and it remains in full-scale production. In terms of Project Sirius, that one is in the pre-production phase. Then we have The Witcher Remake, which is currently in the concept phase, which, let's be honest, we kind of expected. I think we all anticipated that The Witcher Remake would release after The Witcher 4, mainly because the remake will also be using Unreal Engine 5. And now that we know the team working on The Witcher Remake is also helping with The Witcher 4's development until the engine is fully optimized, I'm calling it modified, but really it's Witcher-fied. Once we get a Witcher-fied version of Unreal Engine developed with support from Epic Games, then they'll fully shift to working on The Witcher Remake. But for now, we can expect the remake to release a while after The Witcher 4. If we're not getting The Witcher 4 until 2027 or 2028, then we're probably not getting The Witcher 1 remake until 2027 or 2028. We also got confirmation that Cyberpunk 2077's Projekt Orion is still in the concept stage, but there have been rumors that Orion will enter pre-production relatively soon. CDPR has been hiring aggressively for almost every project they're working on, so as they bring in more employees and finish the concept phase, pre-production should begin shortly after. Then there's Project Hadar, which is a new IP and currently in the IP concept phase. And honestly, that project is so far out that I don't even consider it a thing yet. And lastly, there's an unannounced project being developed by Fool's Theory, but that will probably happen after they finish The Witcher Remake. Again, Fool's Theory is also assisting with The Witcher 4, and once the Unreal Engine 5 build is fully Witcher-fied, they'll move to The Witcher Remake, and then, after that, they'll work on their own unannounced project. So yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff happening at CDPR. I was expecting this investors meeting to be pretty standard, and honestly it was. We didn't get any groundbreaking news, but the biggest takeaway was that The Witcher 4 is not coming until 2027 or later, which is disappointing but expected. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.